Helping your children or grandchildren financially is a generous thing to do. But if you're already receiving the age pension or intend to apply within the next 5 years, you need to be careful how you go about this. In my last 2 videos, I covered how different ways of helping your children with property can affect your age pension. In this video, we'll look at other forms of support beyond property and how they might impact your pension entitlements. Before we dive in, it's important to understand Centrelink's gifting and deprivation rules when it comes to age pension assessment. These rules are designed to discourage people from giving away assets just to qualify for more pension. You can gift up to $10,000 in one financial year, with a maximum of $30,000 over 5 financial years, without it counting against you when Centrelink assesses your age pension. These values are called the gifting-free areas and are the same if you are a single person or a couple, meaning if you are part of a couple, you don't get double the thresholds. You can choose to give away any amount and as many gifts as you like. However, if the total value of your gifts exceeds the gifting-free area, the deprivation rules apply. Centrelink will count the access known as a deprived asset in your assets test and deem that access to be earning income and include the deemed income in your income test. This applies for 5 years from the date you make the gift, even though you no longer have the money. Both the higher asset value and the deemed income can reduce your age pension or even stop your payments altogether along with your pensioner concession card. Some parents may want to help financially with their child's wedding. If you give cash directly to your child to fund the wedding, Centrelink's gifting and deprivation rules apply. For example, if you gift your child $20,000 to use however they like for the wedding, the amount above the $10,000 annual gifting-free area, in this case $10,000, will be treated as a deprived asset. That $10,000 will be added to your assessable assets and deemed to earn income under the income test for age pension purposes. This treatment lasts for 5 years from the date of the gift. However, if you're paying a wedding service provider directly, for example, the venue or catering, and you are hosting and attending the wedding, Centrelink generally doesn't treat this as a gift. In this case, you are considered to have received a fair value from hosting and enjoying the happy occasion with family and friends. Some parents may choose to cover expenses for their children or grandchildren, such as education costs, travel expenses, gifting money to grandchildren via their parents, paying bills or everyday expenses for their children or grandchildren, covering home maintenance or utility bills of their children or grandchildren. Generally, the payment of an expense for another person is regarded as a gift, and Centrelink's gifting and deprivation rules will apply. If you're living in a home owned by your adult child or in a granny flat arrangement and you are helping with home maintenance or household bills, it's important to document these arrangements to ensure these payments are for rent or your share of the living costs, not a gift. The next one is redirecting their interest in a deceased estate to their children or grandchildren. This is best explained with an example. Dave and Jill are both in their late 70s. They have assessable assets of $750,000 and each receive about $12,600 a year in age pension payments. Dave passes away suddenly, leaving all his assets to Jill in his will. But here is where things get difficult. The age pension assets test cutoff limit for a single homeowner is $714,500. That is $359,500 less than the couple's threshold. As a result, with $750,000 in assessable assets, Jill stands to lose both her age pension and her pensioner concession card. Wanting to keep her pension, Jill asked the executor to pass Dave's share of the assets directly to their children instead. But unfortunately, this doesn't work. Once you are named as a beneficiary in someone's will, any attempt to give away, redirect, or waive your inheritance is treated as a gift under Centrelink's gifting and deprivation rules. Centrelink will still count it as part of your assets and subject to the income test for the next 5 years. This situation is more common than you might think. Many retired couples leave everything to each other in their wills. While this makes sense emotionally and practically, it can unintentionally reduce or completely cut off the surviving partner's age pension. In Dave and Jill's case, Dave could have structured his will differently. For example, he could have left part of his assets to Jill and part to their children. That way, Jill might have been able to keep her age pension, or at least a part of it, while still honoring their shared intention to support each other. This highlights just how important estate planning is, especially if you want to protect the age pension entitlements for a surviving spouse. For families with a loved one with a severe disability, contributing to a special disability trust can be a powerful way to support the family member while also protecting your own age pension entitlements. Eligible family members of the principal beneficiary can access a combined gifting concession of up to $500,000. This means the gifted amounts are exempt from the asset deprivation rules and are not included in the income or assets test for the eligible family members who make the gift. Special disability trust is a complex arrangement with strict rules, so it's really important to seek professional advice before setting it up. Even if you don't have your own family trust, getting involved with a child's trust can affect your age pension. Here are a few scenarios to watch out for. Number 1, past distributions. If you have previously received distributions from your child's family trust, perhaps during early retirement when your tax rate was low, Centrelink may continue to attribute some of the trust income or assets to you, even if no payments have been made recently. This can reduce or cut off your pension. Number 2, perceived influence. If your child consults you about whether to distribute income to you for tax or family reasons, Centrelink may see you as having influence over the trust decisions. This perceived control could trigger attribution of income or assets to you. Number 3, control roles. If you hold a key role in your child's trust, such as trustee or appointor, Centrelink may consider you to have control, and under their rules, control can be enough to include the trust in your means test. The takeaway, when it comes to family trust and the age pension, it's not just about what you receive, it's also about what Centrelink believes you can control or benefit from. Family trusts can complicate your age pension eligibility in ways you might not expect. If a trust is a part of your financial landscape, even indirectly, it's wise to get expert advice well before you apply. If you have made it this far, you are clearly serious about helping your children the smart way. If you haven't seen them yet, I have got a few important videos I recommend. 2 on how helping your kids buy property can affect your age pension, and another one on superannuation death benefit tax. Most people don't realize that if you're leaving your super directly to your adult children after you're gone, they could be paying up to 32% of the balance in tax. In that video, I share strategies to reduce or even eliminate this hidden inheritance tax, so more of your money goes to your children, not the ATO. Make sure you check them out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in another one.